Welcome. I am Matthew Miller-Wells, Director of Education at the Garage, and here is a vehicle highlight for our Driven to Serve exhibit. Today we are looking at this 1943 Ford GPW. Most people know this as the Jeep. Many people are familiar, of course, with the legacy of the Jeep, iconic scout car developed during the Second World War, still very popular today in the form of off-roaders and passenger vehicles, but many people are very unfamiliar with the origin of the GPW. So, prior to the Americans' involvement in the Second World War, there was a recognition that we needed a lightweight scout car. So a build order from the US government went out. The vehicle had to be four-wheel drive, capable of carrying 4 passengers and a few hundred pounds of cargo, and weigh no more than 1,600 pounds, among a litany of other requirements. 3 companies stepped forward: Ford Motor Company, Willis Overland, and American Bantam, and developed iterations, different variations of this design. Primarily the American Bantam design won over compared to the others, but ultimately Ford would get the contract as they actually had the means of production for the war effort. So it developed what you see here today. The GP stands for General Purpose, but got shortened to Jeep by GIs, and that's where the name comes from today. Looking at this one was restored by Eugene Lundgren some years ago in honor of Sergeant William Lundgren, who was killed, I believe, D-Day +6. He served with the 90th Infantry Division in the U.S. Army, 357th Infantry Company B. Just a few things to notice on this car, of course. We have blackout lights that are set on the fenders. There is a .30 caliber M1919 machine gun that's mounted. Not all Jeeps were set up with machine guns. This one also has the option to remove this to add a canopy, and then we have a trailer that's towed behind it. Very lightweight trailer, easy to move even with just one person, which is very helpful for us here at the museum. One feature though that you don't see very often is this odd apparatus right here. So this, at first glance, just looks like a piece of angle iron that's been strapped to the front of it. And what this is actually is a response to some rumors, some truth to rumors, that Germans in France were hanging piano wire between trees, between hedgerows, because they learned that GIs, because of the mud and the bad road conditions, would drive with the windscreens mounted down. So their goal was to incapacitate or even decapitate drivers with this piano wire. And so some soldiers opted to build this or something like this to catch piano wire if they were to come across it on their travels. This Jeep here, it has been built and equipped with it, and I've only seen one other Jeep with it at the Dwight D. Eisenhower Museum in Abilene, Kansas. So really unique piece of equipment on this vehicle on an otherwise already iconic war machine.